name's Tony. Welcome to Follow Me Exercise. Please consult with a physician before starting this or any other exercise program. I'm going to be doing a band exercise for upper body today. Please make sure that before you use any of your bands, you inspect them first, make sure there's no holes or tearing. If there are, there's a good chance that they could break during use. Please refrain from using them. I have a setup here of anchor points. I'll have you decide how you want to use those anchor points. I'm using the anchor points included in the set that I bought. If you don't have anchor points, you can always use rope, tie them up, put them under the door or above the door. I also say that it would be a great idea if you have a basement and it's unfinished. Use the beams overhead for your above anchor points. If you have metal bars or any kind of pillars or anything like that, you can also use that. Let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to be doing tricep pull downs. Grab a hold of your bands, get a good grip, and pull down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I'm going to set up for the bottom because we're going to be going back and forth between, so we get as many exercises in as we can. And you're going to see this little device here that I have next to me. This is a door jammer that's typically used for security purposes. If you don't have one of these, it's okay, but I'm using it for extra safety as well. We're going to do bicep curls, 10 reps, standing back. So a couple of principles with bands: if you want there to be more resistance, you just need to be able to change your position and just move backwards. 10, good. And a little changeover gives me a rest break in between. You should also be rest breaking in between each set of exercises as well. Tricep pull downs again. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If there at any point you feel that you need to take a break, or if I'm going too fast, or if I'm going too slow, feel free to stop the video, pause it, make adjustments as needed. All right, bicep curls. Let me try to get a little bit different angle so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you were using the rafters, like say in the basement, it would probably be a good idea if you put a towel on it, because if you put wood connecting over your bands or your tubing, there's a good chance that they can fray as well. So you want to avoid that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm trying to take out the mundaneness of it all, but repetitions are repetitions. You do have to do them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if your bands are not as strong as mine, that's okay. Again, you can just step back further to make them work better. All right, that was the third set of the bicep curls. Now for standing tricep overhead presses, I'm going to be standing on The bands, I do recommend that you use shoes when you're doing this. In socked feet, it's not so pleasant. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching it around, this is an easier switch than back and forth on the door for bicep curls. Now, next time around, I'm going to show you how to make it a little bit more difficult without doing a whole lot, which is spread your feet apart more. This decreases your space between your anchor point and the handle. And as you can see, I'm doing 10 reps with everything. You don't have to do 10 reps. If you can't do that many, that's okay. You do the ones that you can. If you want, you can also do more repetitions if you want to get your heart rate up. 10. 1, 2, 3. For this, you really want to try to keep everything in good form. Keeping the elbows in the same place without moving is beneficial. Good. All right, now we're going to do lateral raises. For this, it's very important that you understand with the lateral raise that you do not go above 90 degrees. So in other words, you're going to go up to here and back down, no further than that. So you shouldn't be going all the way up through the range of motion or even above 90 degrees. Only to 90 degrees. If you don't, you're setting yourself up for shoulder impingement. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Next, I'm going to set up for, oops, actually I don't need to set up for that. Rear deltoid. Watch what I'm doing here. Hand position switches. I'm going bending carefully at my waist, like that, in order to do this. There are other ways to set that up, but that's the quick and easy way that I'm doing for this workout, because I want to try to get as many upper extremity exercises in as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're feeling it yet? If you're doing it all with intensity and making each repetition count, you'll feel it. You don't need the big heavy weights like I have over here in the corner. If you don't own those, those are okay. I know a lot of people right now don't actually have the ability to go out and buy a whole lot of weights. A lot of the weights, I was actually pricing them yesterday, and all the weight sets have gone through the roof because everybody's in quarantine and not going to the gym. But the bands, I find, probably still able to get bands. So good exercise to do. Good piece of equipment. What's nice about bands is you can always take them with you on any kind of trip. They fit a whole heck of a lot easier in a carry-on bag or luggage than a whole bunch of these things. 9, 10, hopefully you were counting. And I think this is the third 7 rows, rear lateral raises. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, those are tough. Probably should use a lower weight band for that, but oh well. Shoulder flexion paired with shoulder shrug and roll next. So standing just like this. Again, this is an exercise that you do just to 90 degrees like that. I'm going to do them both together, save this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can hear me breathing in and out. That's also important during all this. Make sure you're breathing. I'm going to stand a little bit further apart with the bands, and doing shoulder shrugs would be like this, but I'm actually going to do full shoulder roll. So it's up and back like that. Again, this is not something necessarily that you can do with dumbbells, or actually a lot of other equipment you really can't do that. It's really with bands that this you can actually do this with. Make sure you have good posture throughout. Back to shoulder flexion again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stepping out a little bit more. 4 more shoulder rolls. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shoulder flexion again. And again, you adjust your feet to the amount of resistance that you have. Maybe you have a band that isn't very resistance to begin with. Just make your feet go out wider. 8, 9, 10. Whew, that last one was hard. Hopefully it was hard for you as well. That difficulty needs to be up there. Again, you don't have to have really heavy weights to get good resistance. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's do lat pull downs. I'm going to use my anchor point again. It's nicer if you have a higher anchor point for this exercise, because it allows you to stay more upright. I actually have to put an angle like this to actually do it. And this is the same as a lat pull down, the lat machine. Same idea, this is kind of like doing a chin up. 3. Make sure your back is good throughout the motion. 9. Good. Yeah, it's an annoying sound, isn't it? But I should probably have mentioned, make sure you're in a safe environment, make sure there's no little kids around, pets, these kinds of things. Enough room around to actually do it. Again, Good use of your back. Go like this. Again, working lats. Another setup for this, I'll probably put in another video, you can actually sit down and do those with your anchor point a little bit higher, but that'll be for another video. There's always lots of variations on anything, so just because you're seeing me doing it a certain way doesn't mean there's not 10 other ways to work the same muscle or do it a little bit differently. I'm going to step back a little bit more, give me a little bit more resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just doing 10 reps. You can also do more than that, less than that if you can't. The idea is just try to get them in. There's different ranges for repetitions and amount for strength. I'm just going with 10 to make it easier for everybody to kind of follow along and do. Back has to stay straight. And you can kind of see how on that exercise I'm keeping my head looking up. That tends to elongate my spine so I don't fall out of good form. Again, I'm trying not to do a whole lot of talking throughout this, an explanation, because I want you to follow along with me and do it alongside me. So you can get your reps in, your exercises in. The length of the video is pretty much the length of the workout. There might be a little bit of editing put in, but not a whole lot, so you know exactly how long it's going to take. And I'm thinking that's 10. I kind of lost track. Just because you might not be able to have a gym membership, can't get up to one, live in an area where you can't get to one, you're in a quarantine situation, doesn't mean that you can't get a great workout in. You can see me keeping the head up. Good. As you can probably tell, this exercise video was made for people that are pretty much active and can do all these exercises. If you can't, I'll probably be posting more videos for people with disabilities and such in the future. Lat pull down. Okay, we're going to move on to wrist flexion and extension. It's upper body. Everybody's like, oh, wrist flexion and extension. Actually, very important to do these. I'm going to double it up, keep it kind of loose, or you can still hold on to it, but just so that everybody can make sense of what I'm doing here, it's going to be like this. That's the motion, that's wrist flexion. Let's do 10 reps of that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And wrist extensions is going the other way. I'm going to show that you can still do this while holding on to the band. You just have to kind of hold it in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, variation. If you can't hold it yourself with just your arm strength, hold it with the other hand. Other side. Here I'm going to demonstrate holding it with the other one. So you can see one side is not moving, it's just holding it in place. And again, this is for convenience sake. Obviously you can do this in a lot of different ways. I'm just doing this for the convenience of this video to make us get through a lot of exercises really fast. That's probably 10 right there. Doing extension, I just turn, go the other direction again. What's important is that I'm doing the motion, not exactly the configuration. Again, here I'm holding on with one hand and just moving the other, as opposed to putting both of them in the same hand at the same time. You can do that, it's possible. I'm just not doing it so you can all see it. All right, once again, flexion on the left. I'm going to hold it in place. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Extension. Switch it over to the other side. Wrist flexion. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wrist extension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Final set. Left arm. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Extension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Flexion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Extension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, next, hammer curls. This is going to look familiar. It's going to have a slightly different position for it. I'm going to take a little bit of time to make sure that I'm doing this properly to show everyone. So it's the same position that we get with step on your tubing or your band. Now instead of doing bicep curl where you're moving like this, instead I'm going to keep it so it's my thumbs pointed up, basically, going towards you like this. This is a hammer curl. It's a brachioradialis. It's a different muscle that does shoulder or elbow flexion. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the brachioradialis. That's the muscle right there. Other muscle for elbow flexion is brachialis. We're going to move it like this for that one. So instead of palms up or turning to go to palms up, it's palms down throughout the motion. And 10. Good. Back to hammer curls. Again, adjust your position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I realize that everybody has exactly the same kind of tubing as me or the same kind of grips as me. Just improvise, do the best that you can. If need be for this exercise, you can actually just grab the tube itself and hold it in this position. Eight, 9, 10. Good. Back to back radialis, getting the hammer curls. Final set. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Palms facing down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, very good. So bands, useful. You can use them without any worry about having to have heavy weights in your home. Travel ability is present. If you like this video, come back for more of my channel. I'll be posting more. Like, subscribe, all that great YouTube stuff. See you next time. Bye-bye.